Hello YouTube, this is Wham from Twin Cousins Reptiles, and today we are looking at the Enchi ball python. So this is Morph Monday, and this is basically a series where we talk a bit about each morph in depth for for a good 10 or so minutes. So this week we are going to be highlighting the Enchi ball python. So the Enchi ball python is a morph that's been around for a good while. It's a co-dominant. It was the first, I guess, Enchis. They're ball pythons that were imported from Ghana as juveniles, and they looked a little bit different than normals, kind of a gene mutation. And the first, and those two individuals, they were bought as juveniles, and they were first bred in 2002. And it is a codominant, and is proven codominant as the first super Enchis were produced in 2003. The breeder was I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but SWE Ball, Lars Brendel, so Sweet Ball, Lars Brendel. Um, so it's basically almost adds like to that banding pattern almost, if you can kind of see it. It has the same exact colors as normal, kind of. Some of them are, I guess, a little brighter, um, but it adds it kind of, and if you add Enchi to anything, it kind of will kind of add that pattern almost, not the color, but the pattern of them to them, and it really looks good with pretty much anything you put it with. So looking at the Punnett square, so as always, NN will equal normal, and NE will equal Enchi. Codominant, twin cousins reptiles, ball python, Punnett square. And basically how this works is this is one of the parents right here, this is one of the parents right here, and these are the possible genetic outcomes of the offspring. And they're all, and then it's basically 1/4 each of whatever one is the probability, but it's all probability, so it's just like a flip of a coin or a spin of a wheel. So this one right here, NE, so Enchi crossed to an Enchi. So you have a 1/4 chance of a normal, 1/4 chance of a 1/4 chance, no, 50% chance of an Enchi, and a 1/4 chance of a super Enchi. And a super Enchi kind of just looks like an Enchi, except it's basically a bit more defined, and it's kind of a lot brighter. Basically, I wish I did have a super Enchi to show you guys ink for comparison, but unfortunately I do not. But it's basically a good bit brighter, and it's a little bit more defined with the pattern, I guess. Enchi cross to a normal, so normal to Enchi parent. So as I said, this comes down, these come across. You're gonna get a 50% chance of a normal and a 50% chance of an Enchi. And I am, for the next few ones, I am gonna be putting normal in this color, Enchi in this color, and super Enchi in red. So you have a 50% chance of a normal, 50% chance of a super Enchi. So Enchi crossed to a super Enchi. So in that case, what you will get is a 50% chance of an Enchi right here, and a 50% chance of a super Enchi. And so if you take that one of those super Enchis and cross it to another super Enchi, what you'll get is a 100% chance of a super Enchi. Unless, obviously, they do have some recessive or basically, I guess, other gene with them. But this is assuming all of them are just pure Enchi. And as I said, the Enchi is a codominant. And codominant is the technical term for codominant is incomplete dominant. Codominant is basically a improper, I guess, slang term that we kind of use in the reptile hobby to define just basically just that's what we call codominant. But just if you are talking in a scientific sense, it is called incomplete dominant. And all codominants do have a super form. And for the Enchi, it is the super Enchi. For other morphs like the pastel, it's the super pastel, or super super banana for the banana. So yeah, that is about all I do have for today for the Enchi. I'm not making this one quite as long as the episode as the other ones. But next week we will most likely either be talking about the Spectre, which is another morph to change up the pattern a bit, or if not, the Yellow Belly. So one of those two. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and bye.